issues, logistics. So how do you see to address these issues, especially when we are waiting for Russian president in India? And today also is the 25th jubilee, 25th anniversary of declaration on strategic partnership between India and Russia. So please some comment on this big jubilee.
Okay. Abhishek?
Sir, just wanted to know whether India sought travel exemption for Muttaqi's India visit from UNSC.
Okay. Raghavendra?
This is Raghavendra Verma from German television ZDF. My question regarding President Putin's same statement, he added something extra, saying that the Indian public would not allow the political leadership to do something which is not good for the country. And there are two other things regarding the Russia, the news about the Russian engines for the planes, fighter planes in Pakistan, and an oil tanker detained in Europe bringing Russian oil to India. Can you comment on this, sir?
Kadambini?
Kadambini Sharma, independent journalist. अफगानिस्तान के तालिबान के जो अंतरिम विदेश मंत्री आने वाले हैं, तो क्या उनको वही प्रोटोकॉल, वही कर्टसीज एक्सटेंड किए जाएंगे जो एक रिकॉग्नाइज्ड गवर्नमेंट के होते हैं?
Okay. So, first CELAC, India CELAC meeting. Let me tell you, the 7th India CELAC meeting or expanded Troika meeting, foreign ministers meeting was held in New York on 26th September. The expanded Troika includes Colombia, which is the current chair of CELAC, Honduras, which is the immediate past chair of CELAC, Uruguay, the next chair of CELAC, as also Jamaica, which is the current chair of CARICOM. From our side, obviously, External Affairs Minister participated in the meeting. This format meeting has been going on for over a decade now, if I'm not wrong, since 2012. Almost 22 countries participated in this India CELAC meeting. They discussed several issues. Most of the countries come from the Global South, or all of the countries come from the Global South, so therefore naturally the conversation also centered around how we can strengthen the voice of Global South in multilateral institutions. Even as the leaders, they talked about reform of multilateral institutions. Other areas of collaboration such as trade and investment, health cooperation, digital public infrastructure. There is a lot of interest in India's experience in this regard. Health, pharmaceutical, science and technology, connectivity, infrastructure development, all these issues were discussed. Also, we extend capacity building cooperation and programs to several of these countries, including through our ITEC program. That was also discussed, and both sides, India and CELAC members, they want to strengthen this partnership within the rubric of South-South solidarity and Global South solidarity. Education and several other aspects of capacity building programs were also discussed. External Affairs Minister, on his part, he thanked CELAC countries for all the support that they have extended to India within the United Nations, as also at several multilateral forums. He also thanked them for the unequal vocal support that we received following the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir in April this year. We also invited all these countries to join India's initiatives such as the International Big Cat Alliance, Global Biofuels Alliance, and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. So that was an update on India CELAC meeting. Elena, to your question, yes, today is a special day, 3rd of October. On 3rd October 2000, we established India-Russia Strategic Partnership. So today we are celebrating 25 years of this special partnership. India-Russia, we enjoy a special and privileged strategic partnership. We look forward to strengthening these ties, and we want to strengthen each and every segment that we are together working on. Trade issues, economic issues, investment issues, defense relations, so on and so forth, science and technology. Both sides are committed. We look forward to strengthening our economic ties, as you pointed out, and we look forward to further building on our ties with Russia. Abhishek, on your question, you would have seen that the UN Security Council Committee, they have given an exemption for the foreign minister to travel to New Delhi. Raghavendra, on energy sourcing, our position is very clear as to what is our broad approach, and I have been talking about it on several occasions. So I would refer you to my comments made in that regard. On the oil tanker, I think you will have to, I have also seen reports on this, you will have to take your question to people, the authorities who are involved in it, so they will be in a better position to answer your question. Kadambani, आपका सवाल अफगानिस्तान के अंतरिम सरकार के जो विदेश मंत्री है उनको लेके है। जैसा कि मैंने कहा, उनको इजाज़त दी गई है सुरक्षा परिषद के कमेटी द्वारा नई दिल्ली की यात्रा करने के लिए, और इस मामले में जब भी मेरे पास और कुछ कहने को होगा, आपको बताने के लिए होगा, उससे आपसे ज़रूर साझा करेंगे। Enjoy.
Sir, is a 2+2 with Australia, in Australia, likely to happen shortly? And if so, what are the issues that are going to be discussed?
Rathi?
सर, मैं यूएनआई वार्ता से संजीव राठी। भारत और चीन के बीच जो बातचीत का दौर चला है, कजान से लेकर फिर दिल्ली में और फिर तियानजिन में, अब कल फिर सीधी उड़ान सेवा का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त हुआ है, क्या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि दोनों देशों के बीच संबंध सामान्य हो गए हैं?
देवी?
Hi, sir. Devi Rupa from the Wire. I just want to ask a question that Pranay had asked about the Bishnoi gang. You had said that the answer was basically that the NSA had met with his Canadian counterpart 10 days earlier. So was this discussed? Was this brought up in the discussions? Is that the implication of your answer? And also that you mentioned that India and Canada will obviously have deeper interaction on counter-terrorism. So if Canada has declared Bishnoi gang as a terror organization, have they asked for any help from India?
Okay. Manas?
Hi, this is Manas from PTI. Just wanted to check with you actually on whether India was briefed before the Gaza peace plan was finalized, either by the US side or the Israeli side, because India has been consistently calling for peace and stability in the region.
Okay. Okay, you can. Oh, you have a question there. Sorry. Yeah.
Hello, it is Banna from Matthew Daily. There is an allegation from the CPIM Rajya Sabha party leader John Brittas that India is exporting drones to Israel to kill the Gaza children. What is your comment on that?
Okay. Well, Srinjoy, on 2+2 with Australia, I don't have an update to share with you, but for sure I'll inform you in this regard what is the latest. संजीव, जहाँ तक भारत चीन के रिश्तों का सवाल है, कल जैसे कि आपने बताया, कल से दोनों देशों के बीच में नागरिक उड्डयन के क्षेत्र में एक कदम आगे लिया गया है। जैसे हम लोगों ने प्रेस विज्ञप्ति के द्वारा आपको इस पे जो अपडेट है उसको बताया है, और जैसा कि हमने कहा है कि ये जो अग्रीमेंट हुआ है दोनों देशों के बीच में, कुछ महीना में चल रहा था कि हम आपसी दोनों देशों के लोगों के बीच में आपसी तालमेल कैसे बढ़ाएं, गठजोड़ को कैसे बढ़ाएं, तो इससे दोनों देशों को फ़ायदा होगा। लोग वहाँ आएंगे, लोग यहाँ जाएंगे, टूरिज़्म को बढ़ावा मिलेगा, उसके अलावा बिजनेस को भी बढ़ावा मिलेगा, आवाजाही और रिश्ते और भी इस पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में चल रहे हैं, उसमें और भी हम आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे। On Bishnoi gang, I told you that India, Canada has a lot of issues to discuss when it comes to bilateral cooperation, and within that, security cooperation is also an important item and agenda of continuous bilateral collaboration. As I said, that transnational organized crime is a particular concern to both countries, and both countries and all countries, in fact, in the world must come together to fight this menace. Manas, on the Gaza peace plan announced by President Trump, yes, we have welcomed it, and please, I don't have any more details to share, but to say that we would like other stakeholders, all concerned, to come together and strengthen this effort so that there can be, the conflict comes to an end and there is enduring peace in the place. On a question on Israel question, our position is very clear where we stand, and we have been clear and consistent in this regard. You had anything to Suhasini? Any question, Smita?
A follow-up on Devi Rupa's Bishnoi question. Whether the India-Canada talks are now also discussing the trial in the U.S. Because the latest documents filed by the U.S. Department of Justice say that, show that there is Mr. Vikas Yadav, who's in Indian custody. They said they plan the killings to suppress Sikh separatist activities. Said the motive dovetails with the fact that he's an employee of the government of India. This is in their documents, and that explains why he did not want to plan the killing of Mr. Panun around the time of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US. It seems the US Department of Justice is very clearly pinpointing Mr. Yadav working as an employee of the government of India. I wanted to know whether this has been discussed with the Canadian authorities as well, because the US Department of Justice says both trials are now are about assassination plots by the same people.
I just needed one clarification. Is the Indian government addressing Mr. Muttaqi as foreign minister or interim foreign minister? Because there is, and does India have a view of the interception of activists from more than 40 countries on the global Sumud flotilla by Israeli forces, arresting them, detaining them? Because these activists have been sailing towards Gaza with aid material, including baby formula, for the mass starvation happening in Gaza.
So, Suhasini, on India-Canada cooperation, security cooperation, I have informed you all that is happening. We've also talked about the discussion that happened between the NSAs of the two countries when we had the last meeting between them here in New Delhi. So that is where it is. On Muttaqi's visit, yes, he is the foreign minister of Afghanistan. And on Israel, we have I don't want to repeat all that I have been saying all along, what is our position on Israel. So I would request you to refer to our position, consistent and clear position on this particular matter. With Neeraj, बताइए.
हेलो सर, नीरज हूँ न्यूज 18 इंडिया से। हालांकि आपने बताया है कि अफगानिस्तान के विदेश मंत्री के दौरे पे अपडेट करेंगे, लेकिन सवाल यह है कि पिछली बार जो अफगानिस्तान में तालिबान सरकार थी उससे हमने कोई संपर्क नहीं रखा था, और मौजूदा जो तालिबान सरकार है इसके साथ विदेश मंत्री ने भी बातचीत की है वहां के विदेश मंत्री से फोन पे। सवाल यह है कि मौजूदा तालिबान सरकार को रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए भारत के कंडीशंस क्या क्या हैं?
तो जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि सुरक्षा परिषद ने उनको अनुमति दी है दिल्ली आने के लिए, और इस पे जो आगे और जो डेवलपमेंट होंगे जो और अपडेट होगा उसको मैं आपको साझा करूंगा। So, we have been having conversation with the interim government in Afghanistan. You would have seen the telecon that had taken place some time back between External Affairs Minister and Foreign Minister Mutaki. As also, we've had conversation between the Joint Secretary in charge and his counterparts in the Afghan side. Recently, when the earthquake happened, the same day we were able to transport relief material to Kunar province, and subsequently we sent more relief material via Chabahar. So, as I told you, that we will keep you updated with the developments that will happen in this regard, in regard to the visit. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy weekend. Welcome you to this press briefing. Let's begin our conversation. Siddhant.
Hi sir, Siddhant from WION. We have seen a lot of protests in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. There are reports of deaths as well. The internet remains restricted. Any reaction by the Indian government?
Madhu?
सर मेरा सवाल पीओ जेके को लेकर है, जहां पर लगातार देखा जा रहा है कि प्रोटेस्ट मुजफ्फराबाद की तरफ बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन जिस तरह से ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशंस हो रहे हैं, जिस तरह से पाकिस्तान के रेंजर्स गोलियां चला रहे हैं, लोग मारे जा रहे हैं, जाहिर तौर पे हमारा हिस्सा है। क्या कंसर्न्स हमारे हैं और क्या कोई एक्शन, क्या कोई स्टेप्स भारत की सरकार ले रही है?
सर दो सवाल हैं। पहला तो मधुरेंद्र के सवाल को ही आगे बढ़ाना चाहूंगा। पीओ जेके को लेकर हमारा स्टेटस क्या है? वो भारत का हिस्सा है, वहां के लोगों को लेकर भारत क्या मानता है और ऑफिशियल स्टेटस उस पर बताइएगा। दूसरी चीज ये कि कनाडा के अंदर एक फिल्म स्क्रीनिंग के दौरान, भारतीय एक हिंदी फिल्म स्क्रीनिंग के दौरान वहां पर हिंसा हुई है और उसके बाद फिल्म की स्क्रीनिंग को बंद किया गया है। कनाडा के अंदर हमारे तमाम रिश्ते अच्छे होने के बावजूद इस तरीके की घटनाएं हो रही हैं। साथ ही कनाडा ने हाल ही में बिश्नोई गैंग को जो है टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन घोषित किया है। जो 26 एक्सट्रेडिशन रिक्वेस्ट थी, उनका लेटेस्ट अभी स्टेटस क्या है?
So Aditya Raj called from NDTV. Firstly, on the Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir only, but there are more than a dozen people who've been killed. A lot of human rights violations. Also, there's a long march that's happening from Kotli to Muzaffarabad. So, what is the Indian government's reaction to the subjugation that's happening there? Second, recently India won the Asia Cup match, and we had Mohsin Naqvi, the Interior Minister, refusing to give the trophy to the Indian cricket team. How does India look at it? Will India diplomatically raise the issue somehow with Pakistan?
Sahil.
Sir, I'm Sahil Pandey from ANI News Agency. Sir, Bangladesh Home Advisor Jahangir Alam Chaudhary has said the violence in Kagrachari happened with the support from India and the fascist group. Any response from your side? Thank you.
यही सवाल है क्या ब्रह्म आपका भी? दूसरा है, पाकिस्तान पे है तो बता दीजिए, बोलिए।
सर ब्रह्म प्रकाश जी न्यूज़ से मेरा सवाल है सर, अभी रक्षा मंत्री ने सरक्रिक को लेकर जो कहा है कि पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर के पास जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बना रहा है, तो क्या जानकारी, क्या डिटेल है, कितना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पाकिस्तान ने क्रिएट किया है और क्या इस मामले को डिप्लोमेटिक तरीके से भी भारत उठा रहा है? थैंक यू।
Okay, first, Siddhant, coming to your question, we have seen reports on protests in several areas of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, including brutalities by Pakistani forces on innocent civilians. We believe that it is a natural consequence of Pakistan's oppressive approach and systemic plundering of resources from these territories, which remain under its forcible and illegal occupation. Pakistan must be held accountable for its horrific human rights violations. हमने पाकिस्तान के कब्जे वाले जम्मू कश्मीर कश्मीर के कई एक इलाकों में विरोध प्रदर्शनों की रिपोर्टें देखी हैं।